incredibly honored to introduce to you somebody who's been a part of our YMCA family for a long time. Please welcome to the stage, Rosemary Jensen.
Okay. Wow. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity tonight to share my story. I often say that I will do anything for the Y, and if you knew how nervous I was right now, you'd know I mean it. So my name is Rosemary Jensen, and I am a proud member of the Old Colony YMCA family. My journey with the Plymouth YMCA began in September 2020 when my wife Marley and I received temporary custody of our two granddaughters, Charlie, age 7, and Frankie, age 3. But my story began long before that. My story begins in August 2002 when I lost my son Nicholas just one day after his 10th birthday to a rare and aggressive pediatric cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. We had just moved to Plymouth. I was pregnant with our third son, Zachary. Life felt full and promising. One day, just weeks after my Zachary was born, we went to the hospital because he needed an MRI on his back. He turned out to be okay, but there's another reason why I remember that day so vividly. There was a mom and son there. The little boy was bald. They were laughing and joking and somehow smiling. I remember thinking, how could she smile when her son was sick? I thought I could never survive that. And then everything changed when Nicholas was diagnosed at age 6, 10 tumors in his little body, stage 4. The doctors gave him 6 months, but he gave us 3.5 years. He was a fighter. He smiled through surgeries, chemo, and radiation. He brought joy to everyone around him. And even in his final days, he was more worried about me than himself. I remember overhearing him tell his brother Zachary, "Cancer is something bad. You never want it. And when I'm gone, please don't let Mom cry." I still cry, but I also smile because I remember the other mom from the hospital and because I know Nick would want me to. His death shattered our family. Grief took us to places we never imagined: depression, anxiety, addiction, and even suicide. Life gives you choices. I had 2 sons who still needed me, so I chose to keep going. I chose to smile again. I worked very hard to give Zachary a good life, even when we had nothing. I lost my house, my savings, everything of value. Some nights Zachary slept with a heating pad just to stay warm. He doesn't remember, but I do. In May 2011, we lost my husband to suicide. His demons were too heavy. I had to tell Joey and Zach their dad was gone, but losing Charlie became a turning point. Joey got clean, and Zach vowed to be the best dad he could be. After a while, life got peaceful. And then I got the call, breast cancer. I was 42, another battle. And I thought of Nick, 23 surgeries, endless treatments, and I pulled strength from him. I made it through, and I smiled. Then came my rainbow, Marley. Her smile, her laugh, her love. She made me feel safe again. She taught me boundaries, self-love, and how to feel whole. We became Nana and Gigi, 2 new little ones. When my granddaughter Frankie came to live with us at 6 months old, handed over at the police station in a diaper, with no blanket, no bottle, I vowed she would always know love, always be protected. That promise led me to the Moon and Back, a nonprofit supporting babies born opiate exposed. Today, we offer caregiver groups, kid programs, financial assistance, case management, and superhero boxes for babies going through withdrawal. I've delivered over 1,100 boxes across the state of Massachusetts and even as far away as California. Because babies can't say no, so we continue to fight for them. But life wasn't done testing us. In April 2017, we lost our home in a fire. 6 adults, 1 baby, 2 cats, and a dog, all displaced. We had to go our separate ways. I missed the noise, and I missed my granddaughter, Frankie. Then came granddaughter number 2, Charlie, named after my late husband. Her mom was in active addiction, didn't show up to pick her pick her up from school 7 times. We drove to the police station, the Marshfield police station, and brought her home. She was 7. Trauma makes it hard for kids to trust, to bond, but love and consistency can heal. Slowly, they begin to smile again. In August 2020, Marley and I were granted custody, stability, safety, and love for these girls. The very next month, I found the YMCA. Most people think of the Y as a place to exercise, but for us, it became so much more than that. It became our community, our family, and our safe space. When Charlie started school, 2nd grade at Hedge School, I was scrambling to find after-school care. That's when we were introduced to the YMCA, and everything changed for us. Catherine and Kaylee welcomed us with open arms. They saw I was traumatized. I was overwhelmed trying to adjust to a new life with 2 traumatized little girls. And they didn't just offer us a program, they offered us support, resources, and compassion. We had just walked out of court with temporary custody, unsure of what came next. No roadmap, no manual, just a fierce determination to protect these girls. The Y stepped in and said, "We got you." They connected us with resources for grandparents raising grandchildren. They helped sign us up for a family membership, and they introduced us to programs that gave the girls structure, joy, and a sense of normalcy. We took full advantage of everything the Y had to offer. Basketball skill classes that built confidence and taught teamwork, gymnastics and cheer that gave them strength, spirit, and camaraderie, swimming lessons, indoors and outdoors, that brought laughter and pride, and most importantly, to me, safety. Seasonal events like fall festivals, trunk or treat, Easter egg hunts, New Year's Eve at noon, and breakfast with Santa, moments that made them feel like regular kids again. And family nights at Camp Clark, where we could all just be together, surrounded by joy. And then there's Camp Clark, our summer sanctuary. For the girls, Camp Clark meant freedom, fun, and friendship. For me, it meant peace of mind. Frankie would come home tired, dirty, and glowing, telling me all about her adventures. Charlie, who struggles with emotional regulation, was given a personalized safety plan so she could stay at camp even on tough days. That kind of care and understanding, you just don't find it anywhere. The Y has a name for that program. It's called Camper Support. They actually have mental health counselors on site every day at all of their camps. But to me, I don't care what you call it. It's the Y being the Y, wrapping us in services, wrapping us in support. 5 of my 6 grandchildren have gone to Camp Clark. Even Zachary went when he was little. It's become a tradition, a place where my family grows stronger. Then, in September 2023, life threw us another curveball. I was diagnosed with breast cancer again. Once again, I was facing a different type this time. I had already survived it once. I was going to survive it again. I was looking towards a double mastectomy, more treatment, and months of recovery. And this time, the fear was different. What if something happened to me? Who would care for the girls? Who would love them like I do? I tried to stay strong in public, but behind closed doors, the tears came. Marley held me through it all. Surgery was successful, but complications followed. More surgeries, infections, and 6 months out of work with only partial pay. Finances got tough, but once again, the Y came through. We received an anonymous donation from a Y donor that helped us stay afloat until I could get back on my feet. The Y staff, during this time, they brought me food, they checked in on me, they made sure the girls were okay. That generosity, it reminded me that we weren't alone, but you're never really alone when you're part of the Y family, you know? Today, I'm on a maintenance treatment plan and I'm healthy with no signs of cancer. Thank you. When I was asked to speak at the Rise Up Gala, I thought, I'm not inspirational. My life's been hard. Who would want this story? But a friend said to me, you aren't. Your life isn't inspirational. You are. You get up every day, you smile, you help others. That's what makes you inspiring. So, thank you. So, I'll keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'll keep being grateful. I'll keep smiling even on the hard days because I'm proud of how far I've come. I'm proud of how far I'll go. And I'm proud to be a part of a community that lifts people up when they need it most. Kaylee, Catherine, Rihanna, Sheridan, Christina, and of course, Miss Deb, thank you for lifting me up. This journey has been long, painful, and beautiful, and it's far from over. But through every storm, I found rainbows. Through every loss, I found purpose. I fight for babies who can't speak, for children who need safety, and for families who need hope. Because my son Nicholas taught me how to smile through pain. Because my sons Zachary and Joey taught me how to survive grief. Because my wife Marley taught me how to love again. Because my granddaughters Frankie and Charlie taught me what resilience looks like. And because the YMCA has become my second family. Thank you.